Thank you, Renee. Pleasure meeting Jerry and Simon. So I run a fintech, I co-founded a fintech called Uplus, and the idea is that we believe when people pull funds together, they actually can do so much more and moving their lives forward from saving to invest in those funds in a particular project or an asset. So Uplus basically means you plus me equals wealth. And we're passionate about getting people to that next stage. We start you on that journey. We say, start simple, just start saving. Then once you start saving, then you can get projects to invest in so you can grow your wealth. And then obviously, as the year ends, we'll be launching a unit trust on our platform. So now your savings can go into unit trust that earns a return greater than having your money in a fixed deposit account.
Thank you. And just to add, you're logging in from?
Sorry, yes, I'm logging in from Kigali, Rwanda, and you can find me on LinkedIn online at Uplus Mutual Partners. It's actually interesting what Jerry said, because I can actually relate to that. When we work with groups that, cooperatives are trying to pull funds together, we find out that people actually who earn a regular paycheck at the end of the month are the terrible savers, right? But the people who are earning irregular earning, they're the best people saving because they kind of understand the uncertainty in when the next income will come in. So you have even young girls who are 18 or 13 years old who are putting money aside to, support their next venture. So what I tell our customers is, don't even think long-term at the beginning because that might be too much for them to understand. And they'll feel so stressed out. So I say, just think about if you're earning a regular paycheck, think about 6 or 7 months of what you're earning and start putting that together, right? Slowly. Then once you hit that target, hopefully it will take you, 12 months or 18 months to get that target, that habit, right? It's about creating a habit, like in Jerry said, it's like create a habit. Once you create a habit, then when you're moving up that ladder, the financial ladder, it's not hard for you to understand how to get there. Right, so we start them small. We say it's not complicated, even though it's $100, $50, $20. Just get into the habit of putting the money aside, and once you get used to that and you start living within your means, then everything else becomes possible. Because even if your income increases, maybe you get a promotion and get another job, you'll be used to spending a particular amount per month. So the idea is not to earn more, because what happens when you don't have a discipline? When you earn more, your expenses somehow find a way of filling in that gap, right? So what we tell them is like discipline. Get the small steps first, create that foundation, and once the foundation is there, then it takes time too, because I think people sometimes want to do this really fast, right? They want to get a savings, they want to invest in a property, invest in the market, and say, no. It takes time, and the idea is that you have to change that habit and get inside of it. Once you do, then you're on that journey. Goes back to what I was saying earlier on with the unit trust product that earns a rate that's higher than what's in the market, actually beats inflation. So I tell our clients that you put your money in that unit trust, which is offered by one of the biggest local banks here, Bank of Kigali, right? So once you do that, you can mitigate some of that inflationary risk. Okay, instead of you holding it in a current account or holding it in another saving instrument. So as you're waiting for maybe your next project to come through or get enough funds to invest in your next project, you're holding it in a vehicle, in a unit trust, and that earns a rate that's higher than what's in the current account and also with inflation. That's how you can solve that problem. And that was launched in Rwanda 2020, so it's relatively new. But I'm glad more of those financial products are going to be hitting the market. So giving savers a lot of options to see how they can protect their savings. Right. So from the beginning, what I like to say is, I say, okay, at least 60% of that from the early stage is you're building your safety net, right? And you focus on building that in case something happens. Talk about the black tax as well, family emergency, health crisis. You have something, so I can tap into this, so I can finance this emergency. So from the beginning, you want to make sure that you're building a safety net. You're young, you don't have a lot of dependence, you don't have a lot of debt, you don't have a lot of things going on. So once you build that and you reach your target, then you slowly start going up that ladder. So that's what I tell young people who are in the finishing university, because even that's our target market. And say this, when you start working your first job, start building that. Okay, because you're not buying your first property, you're not thinking about getting married yet, some of them, right? So focus on that. Once you get there, then you have a comfortable 6 or 7 months of cash in there that will be able to come in and help you in case of an emergency. And then you now, what I say is that you now have a clear head to start planning and thinking about things you can get involved with. And I want to touch on something Jerry said about time, right? Because most people, when you talk about, get an advisor, get someone professional to help you with, they'll say, oh, I'll get to it, or I don't need it. What happens though is that the first year goes by, second year goes by, third year, then you're getting to another different life scenario. And 5 years has gone by, okay? And that is just eating so much into your investment. So I tell people, like, even though you have little, just start getting into it so that you can start understanding and learning, because this, this curve you're traveling up, this knowledge journey as well, you need to go up. You cannot just get it in the first or second months, right? So what I do with some of my clients, on a monthly basis, just to understand, ask questions, to digest the information, see what's happening, so that maybe in 12 months, they get a better understanding and actually appreciate what they're doing. So it's a time factor too. They need to put the time in. It's not going to happen overnight, and it won't happen when they want it to, right? They have to appreciate what the amount of time it takes.